into right center field. That ball's going to get down, and that is going to break the scoreless tie. Baez scores, and the Cubs are on top, 1-0. Zobrist goes back at the track, and that ball is gone. Ryan Zimmerman. Rizzo swings at the first pitch. Blooper, shallow center. It's going to fall. And the Cubs have the lead. In the air to right center field. Well hit. Happ goes back to the wall. And that ball is gone. Michael A. Taylor with a grand slam home run in the 8th off Wade Davis.
He's a professor for a reason. I know for a fact that he's going to be on, and we're just going to go out there, we're going to have fun, and we'll see you guys in LA.
This is Cubs Pregame Live, presented by Fields Auto Group.
After the National Sports Day decisive Game 5 with a convincing win yesterday at Wrigley Field, the two teams are in our nation's capital to see who moves on to get the Dodgers in the NLCS in LA Saturday night. First pitch rolls your way 7:08. We'll preview all the action over the next 30 minutes. Hello, welcome to Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group with David DeJesus, my partner. I'm David Kaplan. Nobody wants to see their team on the brink of elimination, but here we are. And at least the Cubs have experience in knowing how to handle the big game. As a player, you played in the postseason. How do you get ready to play and kind of compartmentalize the nerves so they don't overwhelm you?
You know, you have your routine, so you're getting back to whatever you did over the course of 162 games. You're getting back to that. You know what time your cage work is. You know what time your video work is. So now it's all about, it's right around, I think, dinner time. You get your little meal in, relax a little bit, listen to some music, focus in, and now it's time to go out there and have fun because you've prepared yourself. You're ready to go. Now let's go play the game.
Yeah, let's go execute. Yeah. All right, it's almost time for you to get interactive with our show. Get your mobile, your laptop, your tablet ready. Head to NBCSportsChicago.com/vote. Just a few minutes will bring you our live fan vote. We go out to our nation's capital. That's where Kelly Krull has our Miller Lite game report. Casey?
All right, guys, here we go. A win or go home Game 5 showdown between the Cubs and Nationals. These bright lights, these pressure-packed situations, something Madden's club just seems to thrive under. Reference Game 6 and 7 of the World Series just last year. But maybe the best thing for the Cubs, as Jake Arrieta stated, they won't be facing Strasburg, or so we think. But everyone else will be available, according to Dusty Baker, who said even Max Scherzer could come in for a couple innings. But it'll be Kyle Hendricks and Gio Gonzalez to get this one started. And Madden tweaking the lineup a little bit since the last time his club faced Gonzalez in Game 3. You're going to see two lefty hitters in Jason Hayward and John Jay starting this time around. Ben Zobrist will be on the bench when this game begins, and here's Madden's explanation.
You know, Zoe, just looking at it for the body of work for the year, the right-handed side has not been as effective as his left-handed. Anybody could find that information. John Jay has been. So I really think that John Jay, among all of our guys, has been really good at the top of the batting order. And then for right now, and then the other side is to not, you want Javi does hit lefties, and you want Javi on the field, period, with Kyle Hendricks pitching. So that's that, and then it could have come down to Jason Hayward, although, again, breaking it down, Jason has pretty much had better at-bats than Zoe to this point versus lefties right now, as of this moment.
The Cubs are 4-0 in elimination games under Joe Madden. In other words, winning with their backs against the wall is something this club has proven it has a knack for. I mentioned Game 6 and 7 of the World Series last fall, both of those on the road, so being away from Wrigley certainly won't faze them.
We've been in the situation before, so, you know, there's obviously we know that you know, it's win or go home. So, you know, we like that pressure. You know, we've had that pressure before. I think everybody knows that. And we look forward to it and look forward to coming out the victor.
Staying positive, I think, you know, that's the biggest thing for our team. You know, with so many hitters, you know, power hitters. We just got to play simple baseball.
Do simple better. It's one of Madden's slogans, and that'll certainly ring true not only on the defensive side of the ball, but offensively as well. The Cubs hitting just 159 in this series. Granted, there's been some really good pitching, but stringing together some hits and doing it early in this ball game could be a key, guys, if the Cubs want to head back to their third straight in LCS.
All right, thank you, Kelly. Time for our Miller Lite Cubs fan poll. To vote, visit NBCSportsChicago.com/vote. You do not need a special app. Just visit the website, get interactive with David and with me. Today's question is, what area of the Cubs game concerns you the most? Your choices are a struggling offense, shaky defense, or the bullpen not getting the job done. How do you vote?
I'm going to go with bullpen because they haven't got anything on the offensively. You feel that Kyle Hendricks is going to match up well against the Nationals offense. So it comes down to the bullpen. They've given up 9 of their 12 runs, I think, or 9 of their 10 runs have been from the bullpen, 8th inning and later. So this game could be close going to late into the game, and it's going to be who's going to step up for the bullpen. Do you put Carl Edwards again in there? Does Mike Montgomery come in there? There's so many questions. Wade Davis, is he feeling confident?
Or is it Jose Quintana?
Exactly. Do you go late with him?
Because, look, everyone says, well, what are you going to do if you make it to Saturday? You got to make it to Saturday.
Exactly.
Whatever it takes to get there, you'll figure it out on the fly.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about who's going to be starting on Saturday. You have to worry about Game 5 of against the Nationals tonight. So anyone can pitch today other than John Lester,
who reportedly went to Joe Madden and said, I'm available if you need me.
Maybe a lefty. Maybe get a big lefty out, Bryce Harper. So.
All right, let's talk about the Cubs' struggling offense because it has not only struggled, it's been downright bad. But again, of the 4 games, 3 were started by Scherzer, Strasburg. It's not easy to hit.
I mean, these guys were pitching at their best, so it's hard. There weren't that many pitches to hit for the Cubs hitters. So they've grinded some at-bats, and they've looked bad these last couple of days. But it's all about one game now. Now it's let's see who can lock in better, who can take advantage of mistakes, because I think it's going to come down to a mistake. You know, every game has had a mistake that has led to some type of runs. So which team is going to make that mistake and capitalize on that mistake?
Yeah, you and I talked to Anthony Rizzo when we left the ballpark last night, and we said, hey, how good was Strasburg? And he went, guys, best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, tough stuff. All right, keep voting. We'll have results coming up later in the show. Nationals have scored 12 runs in the series. 9 of those have come in just 2 innings. A 5-run 8th in Game 2, a 4-run 8th yesterday on the Michael A. Taylor Grand Slam. But I thought the Saturday game was more disappointing because you had the lead.
Yes, you had the lead, and it's just 2 mistakes up in the zone. You can't do that to Bryce Harper. You can't throw that pitch to Ryan Zimmerman in those situations. So today, that's what pressure makes pitchers just miss over the plate just a little bit, and that's all a hitter needs is just for you to miss just an inch over the plate, and those balls are flying out of the park. So hopefully today that they make Gio get off the corners. Gio loves to nibble on those corners. Get him out over the middle plate. And the last time he pitched in this same situation, Game 5 was 2012, where he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs early. So hopefully the same trend happens again.
All right, let's talk about Strasburg. You got to tip your cap to this guy. He was getting abused by everybody for almost 24 hours, and then it seemed like his agent got involved. He called in the morning yesterday and told the pitching coach, Mike Maddox, tell Dusty I'm good. I feel okay. I'm ready to go. And he stepped up in the face of a lot of criticism. He didn't wither. This guy was magnificent.
I mean, that's the best stuff I've seen in the big leagues this season. That was dominant. The Cubs hitters did not have a chance against that changeup. He just didn't stop throwing it in hitters counts. He just kept feeding the hitters with changeups. And the movement on that pitch, no one has that pitch in the big leagues. Not many guys. That's why he's a special pitcher.
Yeah, he was sick. Time for our bona fide starting pitchers. It will be Game 1 starter Gio Gonzalez. Game 1 starter Kyle Hendricks going up against Gio Gonzalez, who started Game 2 in D.C. Let's talk about Kyle. Last Friday, he threw 7 shutout innings, giving up just 2 hits and 3 walks, while he punched out 6. He was really, really good. He's not flashy like Strasburg or Scherzer. He's just super efficient.
Yeah, he outpitched Strasburg that game. The key to his game was strike 1. He was strike 1, 0-1 to every hitter. And the hitters just going into the game have to be leery of that changeup. And you get 0-1, so the hitter has to stay even back even more. That's where that 87-mile-an-hour fastball looks like a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and the changeup's even better off that. So he's a 2-pitch guy, and if he's on top, if he's hitting those corners, he's a tough match again.
All right, let's talk about him because he's no stranger to big games. Got the win in Game 6 of the NLCS last year, outdueling Clayton Kershaw. 7 1/3 shutout innings, gave up just 2 hits, in probably the most pressure-packed game he'll ever pitch, and I know he pitched in a Game 7, but that was at Wrigley, 71 years from the last World Series appearance, and everyone said, oh my God, you got to beat Kershaw, and he was unreal.
I mean, it seems like he really likes these moments now. He's becoming a number one. You're starting to see that. Hitters don't like facing him, even though he doesn't throw hard like most of this league now. Hitters they just don't see it. It's the same arm angle, the same release point, but it could be a fastball changeup. They look the same out of his hand. So this guy's dominant, and he has the temperament to handle these Game 5s or Game 7s.
Yeah, the pressure type games, he's really good. If Kyle runs into any problems, pitch count piles up, Joe Madden says Jose Quintana is ready to go in relief. He started Game 3 on Monday through 96 pitches over 5 2/3 innings, allowed an unearned run on just 2 hits and 1 walk. A lot of people still believe he was yanked too quickly in that game. The Cubs did go on to win the ball game. He was really good as well.
And it's great having a confident Quintana. You know, he's going out there, his last few outings, he's proven that to himself more than anyone, that he can pitch in the postseason, pitch in big games. So the Cubs they have a good lineup right now. They know they have Hendricks, they know they have Quintana for lefty-righty matchups, and pretty much a healthy bullpen as well.
No question about it. All right, for more on the national side, let's head back to the nation's capital. We bring in our guy, Luke Stuckmeyer.
Cap, the Washington Nationals trying to win their first playoff series in 4 attempts since moving here to Washington, D.C. And for Dusty Baker, he's still chasing that first World Series championship as a manager. And at 68 years old, he admits how important this is to him personally, but also how important this is to this franchise.
Yeah, I know what's at stake. I mean, my team knows what's at stake. Everybody knows what's at stake. The Cubs know what's at stake. One thing that keeps me going, it keeps me motivated. You know, just the same thing that kept me going and motivated when I was a player. You know, big games, big decisions, big at-bats, big plays. I mean, all these things are things that you dream about when you're a kid. You know, because when I was playing in the backyard with my brother, you know, Baker was always up with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. You know what I mean? So I still play that game.
Former White Sox pitcher Gio Gonzalez takes the ball for the Nationals in Game 5. Second time he has pitched in his career in a Game 5 winner-takes-all situation. His previous attempt didn't go too well in 2012. The Cardinals eliminated the Nationals. Gonzalez gave up 3 runs and 4 walks over 5 innings.
Just go out there and pitch his game. I think when he can move his fastball around in and out, it's huge for him. And then, you know, off speed anytime has really, you know, been Gio's strength this year. So to be able to get ahead with it and put guys away with it helps him. But his fastball command is always going to be huge for him.
So the Nationals think that Gio Gonzalez might be looking for a little bit of redemption tonight in Game 5, and he's got plenty of backup behind him. Dusty Baker saying Max Scherzer could be good for at least 2 innings tonight against the Cubs if they need him. And he'd be wearing the backpack as the rookie in the bullpen. Cap, we know he's far from being a rookie. He might be the best pitcher in all of baseball. That's going to do it from here. We'll send it back to Chicago.
All right, thank you very much, Luke. So Gio Gonzalez gets the start tonight back in Game 2. He allowed 3 earned over 5 innings of work, giving up 3 hits. 2 of them were home runs.
Yeah, early on in this game, you're like, here we go again. It seemed like there was going to be another no-hitter through a few innings there. So with Gio, like I said earlier, it's come down to his fastball. Can he put it where he wants to? He wants to nibble off the corners and throw that changeup and a hard slider. So can the Cubs hitters force him over the zone and take advantage of those mistakes over the zone?
Yeah, Chris Bryant, you know, had the double there. Cubs were able to get a little bit of action going against him, but they were not able to really batter this guy around.
No, because it was a home run by Contreras, and then that double by Bryant and Rizzo's homer right here. That's all they had off him. So it was a decent start for Gio Gonzalez, but they capitalized on the mistakes. He left a couple pitches over the middle. That's what good teams do. So you have to be able to be ready for that mistake, and when he throws it there, be on time and drive it.
You've
That's
got to
really
do
what it comes down
something
to.
with it. All right, we might see Max Scherzer who threw 98 pitches in Game 3 on Monday. He's looming out there. He's a horse. He's a really good pitcher. Now, I know he dealt with the hamstring thing as well, but it seems like he came out of that no worse for wear.
No, he's a gamer. He wants to pitch. Don't expect him to just go 2 innings. I feel that if he's going strong and if they have a lead, they're going to leave him in there as much as they can to get right to the back end of their bullpen. So don't be surprised to see a lot of Max Scherzer tonight if Gio falters a little earlier in the game.
We got to take our first time out on Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. When we come back, we'll take a look at the lineup for both squads as Chris Bryant looks to bounce back from a 4-strikeout performance against the Nationals in Game 4. And it is 53 minutes till first pitch. Time for you to give Felco a call, 866-4FEL. DCO, still time. Give him a call.
Cubs Pregame Live is presented by Fields Auto Group. Fields matters because you matter. See Fields first. FieldsAuto.com.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields, inviting you to become a member of the Fields family. You also get our free loaners, car washes, and our cafes. And with more than 35,000 vehicles sold annually, you can get a great offer like this.
And now you can lease a new 2017 Infiniti Q60 for only $399 per month and 0 down at Fields Infiniti Glencoe.
Every time I walk up in here, I get treated like family.
And Fields matters because you matter.
Fields Infiniti Glencoe on Frontage Road. See Fields first at InfinityGlencoe.com.
Water pooling. Window wells overflowing. Concrete sinking. Aging sump pumps. The perfect recipe for a wet basement. We've protected thousands of homes all over Chicagoland and can give you the comfort of a dry basement. Schedule your free consultation today at uswaterproofing.com. US Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
This is more than a bundle. This is more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home court. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. It's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
This is the original light beer. And 40 years later, we still brew it the same way. Because when you get something right, you don't mess with it. Miller Lite. Hold true.
I like it sweet.
I like it hot.
Red gravy.
Baptize it.
Make it cheesy.
Make it hurt.
North side.
South side.
There's one thing
both sides agree on.
Bona beef.
Bona, a Chicago original. The official Italian beef on both sides of town.
Everyone loves a dinner party until it's time for the cleanup. With the Bosch dishwasher, you'll make short work of even the largest piles of post-party dishes. With the innovative My Way rack, which offers the industry's largest third rack capacity without losing space on the lower racks, lets you get more dishes cleaned per load. And Bosch is America's quietest dishwasher brand, so you won't even know it's running in the background. See the complete lineup of Bosch dishwashers at Apt, pleasing people since 1936.
So my jersey, it has been washed before, but not since we won the World Series last year. And it's definitely got some champagne stains on it that I'm very proud of, so I don't want to wash them all.
Hey, are you an authentic fan? Show us your Cubs fandom using the hashtag AuthenticFan, and you may be authentically surprised. The offense has really been at a premium this series. Take a look at the numbers for both teams. There's the Cubs, 8 runs total. Nationals have 12. Look at the batting averages, $159 to $130. The home runs are doubled for the Nationals. The OBP, not good. The slug, not good. Runners in scoring position, both teams lousy because of the pitching.
Yeah, it just shows you how good the pitching has been this series. These teams are really just a great matchup. And it's going to come down to Game 5, and that's what you wanted it to come down, and that's what I called, too.
It'll be really cool.
Yeah.
You did pick 5.
Yep.
All right, Cubs Pregame Live presented by the Fields Auto Group. And great to have you with us. Don't forget, we'll have the post-game show immediately following the game. Let's check out the Cubs starting lineup brought to you by Zorn Brew Works. Joe Madden starting 9. He'll turn in this lineup card at home plate. John Jay, Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, Contreras in the cleanup. Almora's in center. Russell at short. Hayward in right, Javi Baez at second, and Kyle Hendricks is your pitcher. You look at Wilson Contreras, had a home run and a walk off Gio Gonzalez in game 2.
He's confident. He's the only guy really going in there other than Rizzo with some confidence. He went yard off him, so just expect a big game for him because they're going to pitch around Rizzo and Bryant. So
you would think.
You would think.
All right, let's talk Chris Bryant. He and Rizzo only Cubs with at least 3 hits, but he struck out 4 times yesterday, donning that golden sombrero. That's the first 4K game in Cubs postseason history. That movement is just dirty.
I mean, look at these pitches that he struck. That's a changeup right there that's acting like a split finger fastball.
Yeah, at 88 miles an hour, which that's a lot of guys' fastball.
And then look at that. That's like a Kyle Hendricks 2-seamer right there at 88. So, you know, like you got to tip your cap sometimes. The pitcher's getting paid to pitch. He's on top of his game. That's where good pitching and defense will beat a big offense if a guy is on.
You tell me that, hey, you can add one more superstar to your team. Give me another pitcher.
Exactly.
Give me another pitcher. Surprised that Zobrist is starting on the bench because he's been Joe's guy.
No, his right-handed numbers aren't really that good. And then when Scherzer comes in, that's when you want to bring Zoe in for a big odd. He got a double against him, started the rally against the Nats during that game. So I like him off the bench. He can play anywhere, and he's known to get big hits. So I like this move right now.
Yeah, he's a quality baseball player. All right, just a reminder, switch back to NBC Sports Plus as soon as the game goes final. David and I'll be here to break down all the action. Here is the Nationals lineup. Trey Turner has 1 hit. He got it the other day, a double. Worth is again in the 2-hole. Harper, Zimmerman, Murphy, Rendon, Wieters, Michael A. Taylor, and Gio Gonzalez. And again, those numbers are awful because the Cubs have pitched really well.
Really well. And Michael A. Taylor has had the best bats for this lineup through the first 4 games. He's been on some balls, lined some balls hard out, hit the grand slam yesterday. So you have to be careful down at that bottom, too. You can't just think that's an automatic out.
Right. Oof, I got past Harper, Rendon, and Zimmerman, and Murphy. I'm good.
Yeah,
all right, after a final timeout, we'll get David's keys to the ballgame. We'll each pick our key performer for Game 5. Still time to vote in our poll question. What area of the Cubs game concerns you the most? Results coming up on Cubs Pregame Live, presented by our great partners at the Fields Auto Group.
Cubs Pregame Live is presented by ATI Physical Therapy, taking physical therapy to a higher level. Ask your doctor about ATI Physical Therapy. Get there.
Now, legendary BMW performance for less than you think when you buy or lease a certified pre-owned BMW at Canals BMW. With special offers on a great selection of BMW models, each one passing a rigorous certification process and backed by a protection plan for ultimate peace of mind. Our certified pre-owned BMW sales event is here at Canals BMW, Route 41, Lake Bluff.
Benny? Benny? Where are you? Benny? 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 Oh, no.
The Great Haircut Sale is back at Great Clips. A price so low, everyone will go. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
I'm Ryan Sandberg, and I've played baseball in the great city Chicago for 17 seasons. Back in the day, I had a lot of hair, and it got to the point where I didn't look like any of those pictures that the fans were bringing up to me. I didn't look like myself in the 80s and the 90s. Didn't know that there was any options. I just went into the office, took it easy. It was like just being at home and restored it all the work. The procedure
that Restore does. Take it hair from the back, put it in the front, no pain whatsoever, and it's my own hair. I think having hair has totally regained my confidence. It gives me energy, makes me feel younger. Go to Restore, have a consultation, check it out for yourself. I'm Ryan Sandberg, and I chose Restore.
Call Restore today for your free consultation and get a $500 discount. It may be the first step that changes your life forever. Call 1-800-823-9239 or visit restorehair.com.
Attention type 2 diabetes sufferers. The FDA has linked the type 2 diabetes drugs Invokana and Invokamet to an increased risk of toe, leg, and foot amputations. Call 800-581-2417. Clinical trials show that patients taking these type 2 diabetes drugs are almost twice as likely to require an amputation. If you had or need a toe, leg, or foot amputation after taking Invokana or Invokamet, you may qualify for a cash award. Call 800-581-2417. That's 800-581-2417.
As you can see, the votes tabulating. Right now, it looks like struggling offense is going to win. Wow. Struggling offense hangs on and edges out. The bullpen defense is third.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's go to your keys to the ball game. There, get them early is number one.
Yeah, you got to get them early. Wouldn't it be great for the Cubs to just get out to a nice 3-0 lead, and then you have Hendricks, Quintana, Wade Davis? That would be a perfect world. And also, you need to get these leadoff hitters. Get John Jay going at the leadoff spot. Start an inning with a couple men on rather than you're always down two outs and no one on. It seemed like this whole series.
Right. And then you get a walk and you go, oh, maybe, and then
then it's
bounce out and or a strikeout. That's right. Second key, helping hand.
So Brizzo is. They're going to be pitching around Brizzo today. So who else in this lineup is going to step up and get a clutch hit in a clutch situation? Contreras is going to have opportunities. Alvaro Mora might be a guy that might have some at-bats with runners on in scoring position. So
Javi Baez, too. Addison Russell. A bunch of guys. Our key performers, you get to go first. Neither of us were very good yesterday.
Yeah, that was a tough day for us.
It was a tough day.
I'm going to go with Wilson Contreras.
You're going Wilson Contreras. I'm going Javi Baez. Nice. I think Javi hits a home run today in a big Cubs victory. I'm going to go 4-2 final.
Wow.
All right. Thank you for watching Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. David and I will be back immediately following the ballgame. And if the Cubs win or lose, join us here. If they win, we'll have that celebration for you on this channel from the clubhouse. And again, over on the Plus channels where we'll start. We'll see you then.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields, inviting you to become a member of the Fields family. You also get our free loaners, car washes, and our cafes. And with more than 35,000 vehicles sold annually, you can get a great offer like this.
And now you can lease a new 2017 Infiniti Q60 for only $399 per month and $0 down at Fields Infiniti Glencoe.
Every time I walk up in here, I get treated like family.
And Fields matters because you matter.
Fields Infiniti Glencoe on Frontage Road. See Fields first at InfinityGlencoe.com.
It's a scary time of year. Just wait until you get your heating bill. Call Feldco to replace your drafty old windows.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Right now at Feldco, get 2 windows for the price of 1 with no money down and no interest until 2019.
2 windows for the price of 1 and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
In 1975, we brewed the original light beer with more taste and only 96 calories. We think that's worth celebrating. Miller Lite, back in the original bottle.
Rain, driving, pounding, soaking. Your home is constantly threatened by storms, causing worrisome basement seepage problems. We've waterproofed over 300,000 Chicagoland homes, and we know how important yours is. Schedule your free consultation today at uswaterproofing.com. US Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
I like it sweet.
I like it hot.
Red gravy.
Baptize it.
Make it cheesy.
Make it hurt.
North side.
South side.
There's one thing
both sides agree on. Bona beef.
Bona, a Chicago original. The official Italian beef on both sides of town.
This is more than a bundle. This is more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary. your home court. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. It's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Cubs Pregame Live is presented by ATI Physical Therapy, taking physical therapy to a higher level. Ask your doctor about ATI Physical Therapy. Get there.